Hey everybody, so the phones won't stop coming. So I have here on me the Realme X2 Pro, and I have here on me the standard Realme X2. I believe both of these phones just launched in Europe literally an hour ago or 30 minutes ago, but I've had a chance to play with these phones for a little more than a day now. The Realme X2 Pro is basically almost the exact same phone as the Oppo Reno Ace, which I already reviewed in a video yesterday. So if you want to see that, I'll have a link in the description below, so you just go watch that. You have an idea of this phone, but basically this is a really powerful phone. Now I don't know the price of the Realme X2 Pro yet at the time of me making this video, but whatever the price is, this is probably going to be one of the best values in Europe right now. So let's go over the differences really quick between the Pro and the non-Pro. I mean, other than the very obvious backplate design that you see. So the X2 Pro has a Gorilla Glass back and aluminum chassis. The standard X2 it's still a glass back, but this chassis right here feels more like plastic, I think. I'm not sure on this. I'm just going by in-hand feel. Now, the screen size is also different. The X2 Pro is 6.5 inch, whereas the standard X2 is 6.4 inch. The X2 Pro also has a 90 Hz refresh rate, so this is the exact same panel as seen on the Oppo Reno Ace and the OnePlus 7T, whereas the standard X2 just has a 60 Hz refresh screen. But it's still an OLED panel, still looks really good colors. And the Pro is a Snapdragon 855 Plus. The standard has a Snapdragon 730. And the camera array differs a little bit too. So both of these phones have a 64 megapixel sensor from Samsung and an 8 megapixel wide angle camera. But the other two lenses are different. On the X2 Pro, you have a 13 megapixel telephoto zoom lens that allows you to get 2 times loss of zoom, 5 times hybrid zoom, and 20 times digital zoom. Sorry for that noise in the background. And the fourth camera on the Pro, it's a monochrome sensor. So same setup as on Oppo Reno Ace. On this phone instead, you only have a 2 megapixel telephoto zoom lens and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. So that means the standard phone will not be able to zoom as well as the Pro. Now I'm going to put the standard phone aside now because I'm going to focus on the Pro. That's the phone I've been playing with. And my experience on this is excellent. It's just like the Oppo Reno Ace, except this doesn't have the 65 watt fast charge. Instead, the charging on this is only 50 watt. And you still have a headphone jack, you still have stereo speakers, and you have an in-display fingerprint reader that's very fast. Now, you're looking at the camera app, it has the same camera versatility as the Oppo Reno Ace. You can get really close macro shots if you use the wide-angle lens, and you can take pretty decent bokeh images, and you can zoom all the way up to 20 times digital, and you can get all the way out to your wide 110 degree field of vision. So between the ultra macro lens and the 20 times zoom and the wide angle lens, you're getting a hell lot of focal versatility. So I'm going to show you some photo and video samples right now. So as I said, I've only used this phone for a little more than a day, so this is not a full review, but you see that photos are quite impressive. You can shoot in standard mode, which is a pixel bin 16 megapixel shot, or you can shoot in ultra 64 mode. If you shoot in that, you get a giant 64 megapixel photo that allows you to zoom in a lot more, but you do suffer lighting, so you should only use this mode during the day. If you use this at night, it's not going to look good. And video performance is pretty good too. So as you can see here, I'm actually kind of almost running, not quite running, like jogging, and you see the footage is pretty stable. So as for overall performance, I mean, this is a Snapdragon 855 Plus with 12 gigs of RAM. So absolutely zero performance issues no matter when you're gaming or editing videos. Now, the base model of this comes in only 6 gigs of RAM, but even then, I'm pretty sure it'll still be pretty zippy. It's just that if you have apps, a bunch of apps in the background, some of them might not load as fast. Now, ultimately, I don't know the price of the Realme X2 Pro, and that makes it hard for me to evaluate because the Oppo Reno Ace sells for about $420 US. So if this costs more than that, then I think the Oppo Reno Ace is still a better buy. But if this costs less than that, then this is the new pound for pound, dollar for dollar value king. And it's just funny for me that Oppo and Realme are one company and they're kind of cutting into each other's market in a way. They're releasing these phones within the same month, not even within the same 2-week stretch, and it's kind of like they clash head to head in terms of specs and value. But hey, it doesn't matter really, because for us, we consumers, we win. We're getting so many damn good phones right now. This is probably going to be one of the best values in Europe, and I'm going to put this more to the test later. I'm pretty sure this is still a pretty capable performance even without the 90Hz screen and even without the 20 times digital zoom. But ultimately though, the 90Hz screen is what sets this Realme X2 Pro apart from all the other Realme phones and all the other budget phones that are out on the market right now. So I'm gonna have more on this phone in the next coming week or two. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.